Hello, everybody. This is blog number 5. I said fly. Blog number 5. Today, what we're doing is we are going to be inoculating some agar plates. So here are some agar plates we made on our previous video a couple days ago, or I believe possibly yesterday. No, not yesterday. A couple days ago. And here we are. We got ourselves. What we're going to be inoculating today is enoki. I put Noki Brown because it's Fullness, I believe. But it's a different strain in which it doesn't come out naturally. It doesn't come out naturally. It's white like the Japanese version does. We're gonna get 2 of those. We're going to be doing 2 wine caps. And we are going to be doing 1 lion's mane. Now the reason why I'm doing lion's mane is because I don't need to do lion's mane necessarily. The reason why I am doing lion's mane today is because this is a new technique I did where I used a microwave in order to sterilize my liquid culture. So I want to test whether or not the liquid culture is good. So if the liquid culture is good, that means that I can continue this process and not have to use a pressure cooker. And that also means that you guys can also use a pressure cooker. Many people, they say that the microwaving method works, but most of them never do agar plates. They simply just create the liquid culture and never test it, and they're like, well, I got moderate success, 5 of them got contaminated out of 100, but I did end up growing, 5 got contaminated out of 10, but not 100, 5 of them got contaminated out of 10, and that's a good enough ratio. I did grow mushrooms, and at the end of the day, I don't think that's necessarily something that we should be striving towards. We should strive towards proper efficiency with growing mushrooms if we're going to grow mushrooms. So right here we have our lion's mane microwave, we have ourselves some enoki, and we have some wine cap. So we're going to be going over 2 different methods. I apologize for the washing machine. Hopefully that goes through properly with sound and everything. But it is what it is. So right now we have wine cap mushrooms, which we're doing a grain transplant onto a liquid culture, or onto a agar. And then we have our liquid culture, which we'll be putting onto our agar plates. Nothing has been, this entire bin has been sterilized, but none of our products have been sterilized yet. I'm going to put them in there, and then I'm going to begin sterilization. Right, so open up this bag. This one comes with all the stuff you need. This one was just bought online, so I can create a agar plate. As you can see, this is how they come online. Far more clear than mine because it's probably using a different substrate, or not substrate, different protein substance. Or just because it's been colonized for so much longer than my liquid cultures have. It's probably been in a refrigerator for months and months and months, and it's fully zapped all of the protein out of the liquid. So you're just left with liquid and your mycelium. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna stick all of these in here. Everything we plan on using. Stick everything in here in a clean bin. Little grain we got right here, wine cap drain. Stick all of these in there. Everything you want to use, we're going to leave it in here, because after you get everything in here, you are not going to be taking it out. I'm not going to take it out into the process. So, alrighty. Take this baby right here. It's about 70% isopropyl alcohol. Put that right on in. And we're going to take one of these right here as well. Just take one. Put it right on here as well. Now it's time for our sterilization. Oh, I almost forgot the most important thing. I mean, you can't do agar transplants with agar. What I'm gonna do is put these each here individually, all in their own slot, and I'm gonna take these. I'm just gonna fold this to a small little square so that it absorbs better and doesn't take up so much camera space. Put it right there. Take this. have them all laid out, we're gonna sterilize them all. Actually, what we can do is I'm gonna do this. We're stack all of them together in their groups, and there we go. I just clean them off when I begin to. I was gonna have it to where I sterilize them all at once, but it'd probably be wiser for me not to do that. Alright, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna sterilize everything in here. When I say everything, I mean everything. Even the bottle itself that we're pouring from. Take all these. And we're gonna make sure that we every little nook and cranny. Oh, every little nook and cranny of this bottle. We're even gonna get the bottom of the bottle right under here. Get that lid. Get that label. 7% isopropyl alcohol. Sponsored by isopropyl alcohol. Nah, I wish. But every tiny little bit cleaned up and nice. Not have enough sterilization. I mean, if even a tiny little spore is stuck on this low isopropyl alcohol, it can possibly go on your airplane, and you do not want that. Now what we're gonna do is you're gonna get your hands all cleaned up. It's funny, we have 3 different species of mushroom right here, which usually come from all kinds of different parts of the world. Japan, North America. Wine cap comes from different regions of North America, but lion's mane and wine cap, they go similar together. What I eventually want to do is I want to breed lion's mane and wine caps together. So when I get myself some mushrooms that I create from these little culture, because I haven't had any mushrooms for a long time, so I don't really have any spores right now. I'm gonna take them and I'm gonna take those spores, put them on the same plate, mix them together, probably put them with the centrifuge so they all clump together. And then after that, I'm going to just let them grow out. You know, what you can also do is we put 2 spores together, or 2 spores on different parts of the plate, and mycelium can actually mix together and create a new mushroom. If done properly, if they're within similar strands, which I think I can do if I'm given enough time, provide enough resources, which I will be doing. Now, I do have enough time. I do have enough resources with my dog walking job, so yeah. Right now, what I'm doing is just cleaning off all these. Oh, seems like it was too wide for me to write down on them, so now all of them just been wiped off on a Sharpie. Here's what I'm doing, I'm gonna wipe all these off, and then I'm gonna get myself a new rag, so that I don't have this problem. Sorry about the sound, guys, I know. Pop the little ball so that if there are spores on it, it can get out. It doesn't go too far. I also want to clean up my hands. Tape on agar is a big thing. That's where most of the problems begin to occur with contamination. Well, it dries up really fast, so you should be fine with this tape. With the tape, you don't want it wet necessarily, but it will dry out pretty fast. Fast enough to where you don't even worry about it like staying in the tape and not being able to stick as long as you need it. So as you guys can see, everything's shaking around now. I'm working on the laundry washer, laundry machine. It's been on list. Last five. Alrighty, all cleaned off. Now that we got all of our agars nice and clean, I believe we got this one as well. Alright, now that we got them all nice and clean, start cleaning off the rest of this baby. I can't around on it. Sample. Not having contamination. Needle and syringe are sterilized with bag, so we don't have it. But I like to make sure everything's sterilized on the outside anyway. Yeah. If I had clean off my hand, I can redo everything I did. And make sure that the camera stays on. Right, there's a line made. Those are done. It's time to get these all done. This is a new needle for me. I've never used it. I got it from the distributor or of the Inoculate vulture, so it's a bit new. I don't necessarily know what I'm doing with it, but you guys are gonna be on an adventure with me, okay? This right here has some tape on it. We do not want that because things can grow under the tape. That can be a big concern. So we're gonna pull off the tape right here. There we go. Clean up. And now clean this up. Seems like it's stuck on there pretty well, so I'll be able to just clean this off without a problem. Alright, let's get my protein cilium off the side, and that's 200 mil here. Okay. Rock and roll. Clean myself right on down. I'm gonna make sure to sterilize everything once more after this. So what I'm gonna do first, I think, is the lines made. Then I'm gonna move on to my more complex stuff that I just bought. So open up these. Let's start from the bottom, because the bottom were the last ones that were tried, or the first ones we were trying. Take these off right here. Taking off the tape of our agar. Make sure to be careful with this. Make sure it's still in one piece. If it does not want to come back on, what we can do is we can actually get some new tape. I'll go get some new tape actually right now. Got to clean my hand back up, but you know. It's not one of them. Alright everybody, and we are back. I came up on the tape for like 5-10 minutes, so I eventually just turned off the video, got myself some microboard tape. We're gonna put this in here, and we're also gonna disinfect it. We're also gonna disinfect my hand, and we're not gonna touch this agar plate at all. Like, we're not gonna mess with the rims or anything like that. We're gonna disinfect this right here. Now we're gonna disinfect my hand even more, because you cannot be clean enough. Trust me. Alright. There we go. Now we're going to take off our tape right here. Unfortunately, this tape was just used to prevent contamination while in storage, but we will have to put new tape. Alright. So off to the side, put this in the center. Take your cordyceps, or not cordyceps, lion's mane. Careful and open it with a syringe. Careful, 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 just like that. And we're going to squirt just a tiny little bit. And so that's all for that other place. Close it back up. Next one. Put this to the side. Leave that right there for now. We're going to tape everything back into the end. Alright, we're going to inoculate this one as well, the lion's mane, microwaved. Close it on up. And there we go. Put this off to the side. And now we're going to tape these babies up. Make sure nothing can get in there, even if it tries to get in there. Visualize my hand. And now we have our lion's mane done. Put it off the side, it's finished. Now what we're going to do is we are going to do our inoculate. When doing this, we'll be very, very careful. Through just like that. Bada bing, bada boom. Take that to be sterilized later. In fact, we'll sterilize it right now. Get all nice. Make sure nothing can get out. Put this to the side. Open these up. Open up our inoculate. Agar, or what we want to make into Agar. I think it's a bit of pain in the butt, but it'll be just fine. Clean off my hand. Put this right there. Clean off my hand again. It should usually be prepared, but it seems like we're having a bit of problems. Here's what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pry it open. No, I'm not gonna pry it open. This Agar plate's being a bit of pain in the butt right now. I may need to just rip off the entirety of the tape instead of leaving a bit for grasping. Which is fine, I mean, there's no problem with that. That'll have to work. We'll do this right here, open this baby. Just like this. Throw this off the side. Alright, put these down. Begin the inoculation process. A little bit of rubbing alcohol on that tip. Can never be too clean. This is a way bigger gauge than I usually work with. It's a pleasant surprise. Get off your tip. Get your lid. Make sure the lid's outside is clean. Close it. And reuse later. It's funny, this thing says for veterinarian use only. But it's mycology, which is a totally different thing. Clean off our lid, close up our inoculate with the original lid oriented for it for storage. Alright. Take hand out, stop computer from turning off. And now it's time to tape these babies up. Up next we're doing our wine cap. Cap will be a gray inoculation, so there won't be any liquid with it. You're just gonna have to grow based off of the liquid in the Agar plate already. With that, you know, it's accumulated from its growth on the grain. I mean, this person sold the wine cap, I mean, to my mom for like, my mom wants to start growing mushrooms in the garden. Since I'm a mycologist, I'm like, hey, you should get wine caps, they're really easy to grow. And we're in North America area. And she's like, okay, so she bought it, and she bought it for like 20 bucks. I'm like, I can make an entire 20 pounds of this. And you're telling me that I can sell an ounce for 20 bucks. So I'm like, should I just be selling mycelium instead of mushrooms at this point? And like, that's where the market comes in. Granted, I need to find, like, what? That's an ounce. There's 16 ounces. 16 ounces, 17 ounces, I'm not quite sure. But there's quite a few ounces in a pound. I mean, I need to find over 16 times 10, 160. Yeah, 160 people that want to buy it. Right, that's still good market value for a house. You know, in my retrospects, not for the people selling it or buying it. What I'll do is I'll just create some and sell it online and be like, hey, it's new and approved, ready to go. I'm gonna sell it to you for $5 instead of $10 or $20. I'm gonna sell it to you for $10 instead of 20. And you know, it's way cheaper. Plus, it's the same exact quality. And here's the thing: I'm not gonna put it in a Ziploc bag. I'm gonna put in something like professional grade, like an agar plate, something that can't easily be contaminated. I'm thinking about it now. Now I see how much these people are selling for at such low quality. I mean, I know in places like Hawaii, places where they don't have a lot of resources to get grow bags and all that, or to get agar plates, where it's really hard to get that stuff. They'll do that, but the thing is, I'm pretty sure it came from a place like Wyoming. Like, you can get those anywhere. In fact, your shipping's probably way cheaper than anywhere else in our country. Wyoming? Oh my. You might as well just give it out for free at that point. Granted, what I'm trying to say is that shipping and all that, it can be a pain in the butt depending on where you are, but these people don't have an excuse to be mycologists and putting them in plastic bags like this and selling them for $20. Alright, it's a grain to grain transplant. Here's our grain that I showed you guys before. Let's put everything off to the side. Let's take this right here, our syringe and needle. Put everything off this side. Don't want to clutter. Get everything nice and ready. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Open this baby up in the end. Go as fast as you can. And there we go. Put this trash off to the side. Thank you, trash, for your use and sterilization. And we're going to open this baby up. Get our syringe ready to go. Pop that baby open without stabbing yourself. Stab that mycelium. Get yourself some good chunks out of that baby. Get yourself some good chunks. Just like that. Nice and down here. There we go. Low. There we go. Got yourself a nice chunk. That's where he's going to plop in our agar plate if it wants to open for us. There we go, and boom. Got ourselves some wine cap. And I'm going to risk contamination to turn on the freaking computer. Alright, still rocking and rolling. Keep everything clean on my left hand. Alright, clean this off again. Myself some mycelium. Drop it off and boom, you are done. Close this baby up right here because we do not want any contamination with this grain, otherwise my mom's gonna be pissed. I'll just go with that later. Alright, let's close up this needle. Every time you guys use needles, make sure you close them up so that when you throw them away, you don't accidentally stab yourself with mycelium, get yourself a fungal infection of some sort. some guy apparently on the news. I can do this now because everything's closed up. But some guy on the news, he stabbed himself with psilocybin in mycelium, and that ended up giving him a fungal infection in his blood. So I don't know how true that story is. I mean, there is protein substance, and if you have yourself a good amount of spores injected into your blood, you have thousands of spores that are going into your blood, thousands of different genetic code which could possibly mutate in order to be able to thrive on blood. I mean, that's a funny way to go. That's what I say. When you die, you start popping full of magic mushrooms to your friends like, he tastes so good. Or lion's bane or whatever else you might stab yourself with. That would be so neat. Alright. It is all closed up. All of our Agar plates are closed up. All of our mycelium is going to be nice and closed up right now. In fact, I'm going to tape it shut with this micropore so that's even more secure instead of having such a crappy bag like this and a crappy filter like this. There we go. The wine cap is pretty clean. I mean, it's better than nothing, that's all I can say. I mean, this right here is better than nothing. They gave it to us in some shade. Alright, everything is done in there. We have everything out. We're about to get everything out right now. Just take this mic right here. Everything is nice and done. Throwing everything aside right now, making sure. There we go. Everything's done. We are ready to put these plates in a random dark area for whatever amount of time. Alrighty, we got ourselves some. Make sure all of my ceiling gets everywhere. Lion's mane. I'll dry off this outside on this. Lion's mane. Son of a gun. Okay. This right here probably has more fungus than anything. Thank God we have horror tape on there. So nothing can get in, but air can get in. Lion's mane microwave. Alright. Lion's mane microwave. Lion's mane microwave. Right there. Gnocchi. Oh, that's a big clump of gnocchi. Mix this right with gnocchi. That's a lot of, oh my god, that's a lot. Should have only put like less than a milliliter, like 1/10 of a cc. That's a lot. Like, I kid you not. Like, look at that. See all those chunks in there? I only need like 1 cell of that. Like a couple million cells in there. Instantly put lines made. I have to put all the dates on here as well. That's gonna be a fun thing to watch me do. Make sure that you label everything. That's very important. I didn't label both my cordyceps and accidentally grew lion's mane one time. I was like, why is this growing so fast? Oh my god. This must be a new strain. I want to be rich, oh my god. And it grew in like 30 days. Not 30 days, 15 days from mycelium. Alright, let's see the date. It is 8/30/2023. 8/30. So I gotta do 8/30. Seems like my pen's deciding that it wants to go out on me. Alrighty, and that is everything. Everything is nice and ready, and yeah. So what it's going to do is it'll show me if there's any contamination. Go right back to it. Also give me more mycelium of this right here. This pathetic little grain that I have here. Like an ounce, maybe maximum. It'll help me in order to create more mushroom mycelium so that I can then put it on the grain bags or grow bags. Whatever kind of bags I decide I want to do. But other than that, that is the video, guys. Thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of your support, whoever watched this. Just you watching that is enough. Thank you all for watching. If there's any questions, feel free to message me. Other than that, have a lovely day. Peace out.